I did not know that's how you say that. Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, as always, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, tell your mother, tell everyone. It's going to be a great episode, and thank you as always. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 171. 171, that's my PMC voice. Hope you guys are doing well. We're back on the sofa. We're back relaxing for a more traditional episode of the podcast. We're talking some dirty shit to you guys. Yeah, I found the article. It's really interesting. I think we're going to have some fun with some of the language, that you can use in the bedroom with your partner to kind of help you guys connect on a more intimate level. I'm going to put on my love doctor hat. like I think the Joshua tells me I'm putting on my Hitch hat. I need to get like a t-shirt that says Hitch or some shit like that. And walk you guys through to the best of my abilities, how to, talk that talk when you walk in that walk. When you're lying down in the bedroom. So, all right, y'all. Enjoy. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to episode 171 of the podcast. We have an official episode this time, and I am officially a wino because I'm gonna drink this from the bottle. If you people on YouTube, as you can see, don't hate me. This is really some cheap ass convenience store wine that I was about to throw away. And let me just to give you some context, okay? Well, let me just take a little squeak of this, like I'm homeless. I'm not really enjoying that at all. Yeah, I'm actually, like yesterday, this is Cabernet Sauvignon. That's why it's also Cabernet Sauvignon. Whatever. It's convenience store Cabernet Sauvignon, whatever. No, what happened was, I haven't really been drinking at all. And today's my day off. And yesterday, last night, I was in the house chilling with the family, and I was like, I kind of want like a glass of wine. And last time at Costco, last week, the other day at Costco, I purposely didn't buy wine because I knew I would just drink the whole bottle. And I mean, not that day, but I just wasn't in the mood to drink a whole bottle of wine. And if I have wine or like beer, if I got beer in the house, I'll drink like one, maybe two. And you can leave some leftover beer. Depends on my mood, but generally, if it's more than like 3, I can leave a leftover beer. But wine, once you open it, it's like a ticking fucking time bomb. Like you got to drink it. So my solution to that is just not buy wine. As you know, I haven't really been drinking that much recently. So, but last night I was like, I kind of want to drink something, and so I went to the convenience store, got the family some ice cream, and I bought this fucking Frontera. It's Chilean. I was like, fine, whatever. It was like $6, but 600 yen. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'll just buy it. I'm in the suburbs, so I don't get like the trendy convenience store wine. And I drank it. I was like, this is fucking not good at all. Worse than I anticipated. So I had like a glass or two, and you can see it's a bunch of this left. And today I was like, I told my mother-in-law, actually, no, I gotta tell her she can't because I've been squeaking from the bottle, so I gotta just throw it out. Cause I was like, if you want to use it for food, you can use it for food, but since I started squeaking from the bottle, like I just gotta throw it out. But she's like, I'll use a little bit for cooking, but I was like, it's cheap. Like, I don't even care. Like, I just wanted a glass or two of wine, and I don't give a fuck if I throw it away. So I'm probably gonna throw it away because I'm not drinking this whole fucking bottle, and I don't feel guilty about pouring it down the drain. So, so I was like, fuck it. Since I'm on the spur of the moment, I felt kind of bad about not recording. I looked at the last time I recorded, which is about a week ago. And I was like, fuck it. before my week gets started, let me just lay down some tracks. And also, it's early. It's like just around 10 o'clock. So starting off earlier than normal, so which means I can kind of talk to you guys. I look back on some of my notes, found an article, a juicy article. Well, you've heard the intro, so you know what I'm going to be talking about. I haven't recorded it yet, but you know where we're going with this. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I was going to try and sing something, but haven't been drinking enough of that. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, I felt kind of bad about not recording, and specifically not recording like in a traditional way, like on the sofa. It's literally like right on the other side of this wall, where I've been recording for the bonus contents that I've been putting out, contesting audio and stuff like that. But this feels more comfortable. So before I was saying I'll just do everything like over there, but at the table. But after I thought about it, I was like, nah, that doesn't really make sense. So those kind of one-off. If there's any video reactions, responses, stuff like that, I'll use the other software I've been using and stuff like that. I still got to figure out the audio, because for people who are listening on audio, my apologies for a couple of things. First off, I noticed that there's kind of like I'm using the same like mic and everything like that, but there's like a kind of like popping. There's a popping or clicking kind of noise in the last audio. I don't really know what that is, and so I gotta try and figure it out in the audio settings, because it was kind of me listening to it. It was kind of distracting. So and also people on YouTube as well. If you watched the last one on YouTube, the Tommy Lee Jones one as well, you probably heard that kind of crackling sound and the opaque popping sound occasionally in the background. So yeah, I kind of want to clean that up, and I don't want that to be like every episode. So going through GarageBand, the audio is of course a lot more cleaner, a lot crisper, a lot more professional. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep playing around with it. Tomorrow, I did remember like what we talked about before, the request. I'm gonna do that on the next thing I do. I figured out what I want to do and how I want to set up that like piece of content. Like I'm gonna do special requests coming at your bow. So that should be interesting. I just gotta kind of piece together like how I want to make it work, to add some stuff. Besides that, there's, you probably, if you've been up on like news related to Japan, last week there was the biggest earthquake here. I'm not enjoying this at all, but I just wet my whistle, whatever. It was a pretty significant earthquake here, and I was thinking like that. I was kind of going back and forth for this video that I was recording. Like, should I, show some reaction videos, some videos domestically from Japan about what happened the other week? But I thought that's kind of low hanging fruit. I kind of want to do something different, not just like recycle what's on the internet, because if I do that, I'm just like I'm just like everybody else. But not knocking everybody else who's like, but I'm not doing numbers, here, and so I kind of want to, when I drop something, when I drop something, Jesus, when I drop these hits. When my word hit the streets. No, like, when I put something out, I kind of want it to be a little twist on everything. So, yeah, just reacting to the earthquake stuff. I was like, I'm sure other people were talking about that. That's like the hot news of the day. Between that and Squid Game, like, y'all gonna hate me, but I just watched like the 20-minute summary of the show. I've been watching 20 minute. I watched a 20-minute summary like today and yesterday. I've been going through 20-minute summaries of shows. Just like that's my thing. I don't know if I told you guys. Like, if it's a show like that everyone says is good, but is maybe a little bit too heavy, or I just don't feel like investing that much time in that show, I'll just watch a 20-minute summary of the show just to quench my my curiosity, and I can be done with it, So you gonna hate me if I start listening to some of the show. I listen to some of the shows that I watch 20-minute summaries for. I watched a 20-minute summary of Breaking Bad, so I know what the fuck happened. I know the whole series in 20 minutes. I watched the first four seasons of Walking Dead, but then I stopped. Read the comic up to a certain point, and I just watched the summary of all of Walking Dead. I watched today in the bath. I watched a 20-minute recap of all of Stranger Things. I watched what you would call it. Like I said, Squid Game yesterday on my way home. And I was just like, okay, oh, that's what happened. Oh, okay, seems thrilling. And like just so that I can like be done with it, because one, especially Squid Game, it's a bit. I kind of can imagine what the show is about. Me personally, I'm not trying to sit through 9 hours of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's thrilling. I know it's like, I get it. I'm just saying, my point in my life, it's a little bit too heavy for me. And I don't really enjoy those type of shows anymore. But I want to know what happens. So 20 minutes, 9 hours, 20 minutes, 9 hours. I'll take the fucking 20 minutes, and just save like 8 hours and 40 minutes of my life. Is kind of how I do things now. Same thing with movies too. I'll just watch the fucking summary, Alien, all the Alien movies now that come out where, I'm just kind of curious of what happens, but I don't really want to sit through it. Watch the fucking shit. Last Alien movie I watched was Alien Covenant. And after that, I was like, I'm not sitting through this shit anymore. So I did watch a Predator movie, but Dexter. Yeah, I watched Dexter the other day because I used to watch Dexter. My wife and I used to watch it like the first couple of seasons. I was like, yeah, Dexter, let me see. Man, I was just like, this guy, this YouTube channel. All he does is recaps, and so he recapped like the full 5 seasons, and he does it in an entertaining way, and then I watch it on 1.5 speed, so his voice is even funnier, and then I can just go through everything. So that's kind of what I've been doing the past couple of days. Yeah, I know. If you're pissed off, like, kill me in a comment or whatever, but that's my thing now. So I forgot why the fuck I'm talking about that, but whatever. So oh yeah. So the previous one, I didn't want like all of the videos and the content to be the format of the bonus one. So I figure, and it feels different. This feels more comfortable. This is kind of what I'm used to. If I'm free, to move, jiggle, and yeah, so I figure like articles and things like that, I'll just keep it on the sofa. And then if I have like a piece of video content or so compilation shit that I want to put together for you guys, I'll use the other one. But this will be the main format or form. I don't know. I'll just figure out how much. But I don't want it to be exclusively one or the other, because that program does let me do a lot of shit that I can't do, like recording on my phone and splicing together. It just takes me a lot more time. That's like kind of seamless. So I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna figure it out. But so to make up for that, where's that window? Okay, to make up for that, I got something for you guys. We gonna get dirty. Come and talk to me, Jodeci. Let me drink some wine. Some cheap romance, you guys. I'm drinking cheap ass wine from the bottle. Yeah, okay. Like, I'm really not drinking a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna stop drinking this shit in a second. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do one article, right? And the one article, as you can see in the comments or below, wherever the fuck you're watching, is a Savvy Tokyo article about sex. Making love. And I'm trying, from dirty talk to discussing size, a foreign girl's guide to how to discuss sex with your Japanese guy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Originally, like, before I got the information about the previous, about the the other software program. I was planning on doing this for the ladies, and like give you some tips on how to talk to Japanese dudes you're boning, since so I didn't want to be too biased. But then I said, yeah, looking at the article again, I said, yeah, fuck that. I'm doing it for the fellas, because the vast majority of people watching this are dudes, so yeah, fuck all that shit. But a lot of the language, just scrolling through, a lot of the language in this article can be tweaked for Japanese people, Japanese women. So that's what I'm gonna do a little bit. We're gonna talk about, if you got a Japanese girlfriend, buckle up, bucko, okay? Because I'm going in deep. Okay, let me drink some more of this nasty ass wine. All right. Okay, yeah, yeah, honestly, it's not even worth me. That's why I'm drinking from the bottle, because I'm like, this shit's not even worth me getting a glass and going through, pouring it and drinking. Yeah, no. I'm in my living room by myself. Like, I'm talking to you guys, this is on the internet, but I'm by myself. That's what I do. I drink bottle. I drink if it's not like fairly nice wine, I'm drinking it from the bottle. No. Let me take that back. I'm not like this much wine left over. I'm not drinking this from the bottle. That you can see it's a sweaty because I kept it in the fridge because it's so bad. Like I was just like, cool it down. At least make it taste better. But like this amount of wine, I'm not drinking from the bottle. But like if it's like the last glass and it's not like really really nice wine, I'm not buying really really nice wine at this stage in my life. But if it's like fairly nice wine, like not fairly nice wine, then I'll just say fuck it. Or even if it is like fairly nice wine, if it's the last bit of it, it's late night, fuck it, I'll just drink it from the bottle and just be done with it instead of like doing washing the wine glass. But I digress. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna do this article. But yeah, see, as you can see, the amount of shit talking I do, like when I'm on the sofa, is quite higher than it is when I'm over there and I'm kind of focused on adjusting screens and shit like that. So I noticed the difference, and so I wanted to do different types of content. People who are on audio, just be aware of that as well. I do want to keep pulling out bonus content for you guys because I do enjoy it, and I do think it allows me to express myself and express some shit in a lot of different ways. And I do want to get good at using that software. I'm still completely like half-ass falling ass backwards through using it right now. But every time I do put out make a piece of content with it, I learn something new about it, and I get better at navigating through it. So that's kind of why I want to keep putting them out. So hopefully, just if you're a long time listener to this podcast, that's how I've been learning all this shit. I've been learning just on the fly. Just you remember the first video I put in, the camera angle was all fucked up. It was just terrible. My wife was like, looked at it. She's like, what do you? I saw your YouTube channel. What are you doing? She's like, you gotta do this. I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're kind of right. So yeah, like just bear with me again. If you're not a fan of the bonus features, like just especially audio people, I can imagine, because me listening back to the audio, I was just kind of like especially because it's based on a video and stuff like that. So you can, I don't mind, skip over it, or skip over to YouTube would probably be my recommendation. But the audio, just listen to like the form. You can, however you've been doing it, keep doing what you've been doing. Okay. All right. So, let me start this shit up, right? So here's what we're going to do. So basically, I'm going to, I scrolled through this article before, and I kind of figured out how I wanted to talk about it. I'm just going to adapt some of this language, because there is a lot of shit that you can use as a dude. If you're boning a Japanese girl, hopefully you're boning the Japanese woman of your dreams, and I can help you to fall in love by, sharing some of this. Full disclaimer, I don't talk in Japanese when I'm making whoopee. My wife was like, ew, what are you doing? That's weird. Just because our base language is English. So like when we started dating and stuff like that, I couldn't speak any Japanese. So Once I learned how to speak Japanese, I was like, let me test my skills. My wife was like, no. Every now and then, no, I don't even do it. Like even before, meeting her and stuff like that, like in certain situations I didn't know any Japanese, so like I'm not the best expert of using Japanese in the bedroom to say that, but I would say I have had some lack of language understanding. I say when I first got here, listening to Japanese, being able to understand what the woman is saying in the bedroom does kind of help you. And so that is something I also kind of want to help you guys with, because it can make things go a lot smoother. But no, whatever, we'll get into it. Let's just get into it. Okay, so number one on this article is the language, what language to speak in the bedroom. And yes, just in general, like they go into some other stuff. Don't worry, they talk about some bullshit. I've never done this in Japanese before. Okay, I wouldn't say that. Again, this is written for women. Again, I would say generally, the person what language to speak. Like you've been clear, unless you like in a club and you just haven't been talking to the person at all. Like y'all just been bumping uglies and just whatever, and then you can somehow kind of like get her go back. By the way, I've never done this move, but I've heard that like taking someone home when you're going out, like to say basically ikitai or kairitai, basically like I want to leave or I want to go, is kind of the word to use. Again, I was told this by someone who really couldn't speak Japanese well, so I don't know. I would say like kairoka, yeah, ikoka, yeah, it sounds better. Like kairitai means like I want to go. It's a more abrasive way of saying I want to go. But like kairoka, like or kairimashouka. If you know that the person is into you, you're grumping and grinding, you grabbing something, they may be kissing or whatever. Yeah, that's like shall we go, or not shall we go, or let's go, shall we? Let's go, shall we? Something like it's more that it's a bit smoother, than just like I want to go, like again, like depending on the situation, I can just imagine some of you guys taking notes in this shit, like, oh gosh, I'm not love doctor, please, no. Okay, but I'm just trying to help you out a bit. But again, generally it depends on the situation, depends on the person, depends on your Japanese ability. But for me personally, like if I were in that situation, that's probably what I would say. I wouldn't say like ikitai or kairitai. I say ja kairoka, ja ikoka, ikimashouka, or something like that. Just to let the person, just make the person not be as forceful, and then they might even say, yeah. After that, I just start leading the woman. I wouldn't even like wait for her to say yes. I just, like she might smile. I just start leading her out, after that. And generally, if she's feeling you, she'll probably go with you, right? Like, but just to make it like, what you gonna do, is too direct and too embarrassing for the average Japanese girl. So I would take that indirect approach. Again, if she has zero English ability, if she has English ability, hey, come on, let's go, let's get out of here. I wouldn't be direct, like, go back to my place, making like crazy eye contact with her, or something like that, But remember, Japan is a very indirect country, so using that type of language is good. Another thing I heard in another video, which makes perfect sense, is not even to say get out of here. Maybe say I'm a little tired. If let's say you're talking to a Japanese girl in English, and y'all are vibing or whatever, it's clear, it's either a club or a few dates or somewhere, a bar, something like that. You've been out for a while, it's gonna go down. I would say, again, you've done your due diligence. We've talked about this before. It's 11 something at night. You started the date like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like last train is coming. Or last train has passed. Ideally, last train has passed. Like I really wouldn't put this until last train has already passed. If she's in your area, if she's in your area, maybe I'm a bit tired. Aren't you tired? Like, let's go somewhere. I want to talk some more. Like, I think I said this before. I want to talk some more. Let's get some coffee, or let's drink some more back at my place. We can relax, watch a movie. I don't know if I would say throw Netflix out there. Again, there's an age gap with me. Like, I don't really know how the whole Netflix and chill thing works. But I can imagine how it works, but I've never done a Netflix and chill type thing. So, let me say it that way. So I don't know, the logistics of, how y'all set that shit up, but yeah, just something simple. Let's talk some more, or let's get some rest. You look a little tired. Not sleep, but maybe let's talk some more back at my place or something. Let's get some more, something, some coffee or something like that, and we can walk around. Oh, my place. You look a little tired. Hey, my place is in here. Some shit like that, right? As far as in the bedroom, what language to use, I would just use the dominant language I've been talking to that person in. So even if you're having basic interactions, just keep that flow going. Like if her English level is very low and your Japanese level is very low, and you're communicating with hand gestures and fucking shit. I've been there. Just keep doing that, basically, is what I'd say. And don't try and just suddenly whip out all the Japanese, that you've been studying, because it just makes the situation a bit awkward. So yeah. Start like Then in this article they give a few words, like forceful words, but like for me this is kind of weird, especially coming from a woman, like to say like command form, like sit down, on top, from the back. Don't worry, I'm gonna get into this, from the back and things like that. Just the way, hand job, okay, Jesus, okay, I did not know that's how you say that. Okay. Okay. Never gonna use that in my life. All right. But the form that is used in is, I think, a bit too abrasive for the average. So I'm thinking the average girl, right? Like, for you to say stand up is like ordering, like stand up, motherfucker. For average, like, again, like tate. I'd say tate kudasai. Softly, tate kudasai. Yeah, adding kudasai to everything, just like please, it just makes it softer. Depending on the person, depending on the vibes, tachi nasai, softly. If you're like a more dominant person in the bedroom, which I am, so yeah, like sometimes tachi nasai. I'd mix the two up, but gently. Like if you like tachi nasai, you sound like a drill sergeant. Yeah, suwari nasai. But not every time. Like I don't know. It depends on you, your personality, the dynamics of the girl. Suwate kudasai. If you don't know her that well, kudasai is just please. It might seem too polite for you, but again, Japan manners are very important. Uede kudasai. Yeah, like on top, from the back. Like on top or from the back. Ue de yarimashou. Ue de shimashou. Yarimashou is too direct. Like, let's do it on top. It sounds, again, I'm not sure if my grammar is 100% on this, but might ask a Japanese friend, not your Japanese teacher, please. Yeah, back there shio. Back there shio sounds kind of weird. I don't know the exact grammar. Yeah, back there shio. Back to the issue. I don't. It just sounds weird for me saying this stuff because like I've never talked like this, But yeah, stuff like that. So kimochi is important. Kimochi is very, very, very important, right? Like, this is, does it feel good? It feels good. This is probably, out of all this shit, this is like the only word that you really need to remember. The only word you need to remember if you're in the bed with like a Japanese woman, which I didn't know in the beginning, but you need to understand it because, yeah, oh no, two words. Kimochi and itai are the two where, like it hurts and it feels good. Those are the two main things you really need to understand. Um, of course, kimochi feels good, but you can phrase it, kimochi, or kimochi, as a question, like kimochi, things, and the girl like kimochi no, or stuff like that, like, depending on like, whatever. But, and itai, again, same thing. Like, you don't need to phrase a question in like using full grammar. You can just like change your intonation. So like itai, daijoubu, like those two, like itai, does it hurt? Daijoubu, are you okay? Like, and then yeah, I'm fine. That is, I think, more than enough. So those three words is what I recommend in the bed. Kimochi using different intonation, itai using different intonation, and daijobu. Those are the three you need. Again, rising intonation for a question or flat intonation telling the person, that's it. Honestly, 100%. That's all the dirty talk you need, and that's probably most of the dirty talk you're gonna hear. I don't know, or you might hear Sugoi or some shit like that, but whatever. Which is like, oh wow, basically. But anyway, yeah, but that's for another day. Size matters. All right, now we might get a little technical. All right, fuck it, let's go there. Okay, let's take it there. I'm gonna tell this story. Okay. Okay, more shit from I can tell you this. Okay. All right. I never talked about this before, but let's go back. If you remember, I told you about my first roommate in Japan. The older guy with the high school girlfriend. If you haven't gone back, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you need to go back and listen to that episode. I can't remember what episode it is, but it's one of the episodes where I explained like when I first got to Japan and my first roommate and blah blah, his girlfriend / fiance. It's a long ass story. I'm not gonna get into it right now. But when one of the words of wisdom, this is his words, not me. I'll use this I'll just pass the blame on to him. Okay, I'm not saying this shit. This is what he told me. I don't know what I'll say. I'll frame it like that. Okay, so when I first got to Japan, and we started talking about girls and stuff like that. After a couple of days, and I'm 22. I'm trying to have some fun, and he's like, of course he had his high school girlfriend who he was grooming for marriage. Again, long story, but he was still fucking around a whole bunch on the side. So he used to always talk to. He was fanatical about vacuuming like women's hair. It's like they're dropping their hair all over the place. They're trying to mark the territory. So he like vacuuming fanatically like everything before his like high school girlfriend comes over a couple of times a week. But anyway, then we were talking about, I don't know why we were talking. He was a dirty motherfucker, of course, as you can see. But I mean, personally, fairly nice guy to live with. But he was a pedophile and he was, a womanizer. Now I think about it, she's now I'm a bit older, like, but whatever. I don't know, whatever. Again, long story, whatever. Okay. Anyway, we were talking about somehow we were talking about sex, right? And he was basically like, I don't remember, his eyes used to get all crazy when he talked about women. I mean, now that I can see why, I can see why. But yeah, his eyes would get all crazy, and like, and he had like his really blue eyes too. He's a white dude. He had blue eyes, and so he'd get like really, really like, his, I mean, half he was playing around, but half like, he was. You can tell that he was a little bit serious. So he was really entertaining that way. But he was like, yeah, you got to understand. Again, these are not my words, okay? So please don't come for me, people. Okay, but he would be like, yeah, just to let you know, like, a lot of these girls who aren't used to dealing with foreign people, foreign guys, sometimes you got to de-virginize them. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, like, yeah, they might have been with guys if they've been the Japanese guys, but they've never been with foreign guys, so there's a size difference. So a lot of times, like, you get in there, you got to be careful because you got to de-virginize them again. You got to take their second virginity. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, he went off on like a whole 10-minute rant about like, yeah, even I've been banging like housewives, and I've been banging nurses, and I've been banging women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and almost all of them, if they haven't fucked with foreign guys, like, their equipment downstairs is a bit tight, so you can't just go in there, bang, 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 all crazy. You gotta like ease up in there, because they're basically, they've had sex before, but they've never had sex with a foreign guy. Again, complete stereotype of Japanese anatomy, but those are his words, and I'll let you leave it to your imagination and to your experience whether or not it's true. I'm not going to, go into my personal experience all deep, but that's what this crazy motherfucker was telling me when I first got here. So that's what I'm telling you. That's all I'm saying. All right. Okay. But yeah, I would say, definitely like, Japan is, I'll just say in general, just as some tips, Japan is more of a subtle country, more delicate country. So, I would, in all of your I'll just say, in all of your, I'm trying to clean this up, okay? In all of your interactions with Japanese women, I would say, be soft, be accommodating, a lot more than you would be with a Western woman, just because like Japan is, like Japanese people aren't really aggressive like that, so, I mean, in general, you never know, but you never know what happens after you meet someone or wherever. But initially, I wouldn't go in there like, try to beat it up like, or any like you're Floyd Mayweather or anything like that. I would kind of, take your time and get to know the person. The fuck am I talking about? Okay. All right. Number 3 is, do you have some time to visit love hotels? Again, we kind of talked about this before. She says, mata kairitaku nai. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't, mata kairitaku nai. I don't want to go home yet. Or, yeah. And I would probably be like, tanoshi, I'm having so much fun. 楽しんでいる、まだ帰りたくない、もう、じゃあ、次どうしましょうか。Something like that. Like, yeah, so what should we do next? Or something like that. And then after, instead of like, what should we do next? Remember, Japanese women kind of want a guy to take the lead. So, dramatic pause. なんか、you want to drink something? Again, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be in Japanese. This conversation flow can also be in English. But I would say don't like ask her what she wants to do so much. Take the lead. Just dramatic pause, question, then solution. Problem. What is it? Problem, action, solution. As like conspiracy theorists say. So I am a mild conspiracy theorist, by the way. But yeah. Oh, there's a problem. Well. What should we do? And then a solution to it. Present a solution to it. Don't give her the chance to think. Don't be over there thinking with you. She kind of wants you to come up with a solution. But Konya ishani tai. Don't say that shit. That's way too heavy. Don't say that shit. Love ho iku. Again, like I wouldn't say the word love ho or love hotel. You know, if you've been around love hotels or you're in the area of a love hotel, you know, I'd say let's go there to rest. Yeah, I'd say and talk or something like that. Not necessarily let's go there and let's go to the love hotel. I just say let's go somewhere to rest and talk. How about over here? You know, something like that would probably be then feeling it or not feeling it. Oh, now we're getting into the physicalities of this shit. So, moto tsuyoku means harder. Moto. Moto. If I'm just imagining, like, if I'm actually gonna be talking in Japanese, and if I'm fucking somebody, but no, that's weird because you're fucking them. You're not gonna be saying moto, or even if they're on top. I think you can just say kimochi or soko. Soko is like there. Yeah. Yeah, asoko or soko. Yeah, like right there or right there. You know. Yeah. Moto. Yeah, moto is okay. Just moto. Moto. But that's kind of feels kind of weird to me. Again, but how fast do you want the girl to ride you? Again, I think you could just kind of manipulate her, and just say kimochi or something like that. Yeah, they talk about soko. Don't stop tomaranai de. Again, just kimochi I think is enough. They don't talk about it here, but again, another one of my students, I think I told you about, did I talk to you guys about the president of like a construction company? Anyway, whatever, maybe, but I remember one time he was talking to me. It took me a second to get what he was saying, but he's a dirty motherfucker too, but he was funny as hell. And we were doing something, walking down the street, and I think we had dinner. Yeah, the guy, I think he scolded me for talking to him about money. I think I told you guys that story. And he was like, why is it that Japanese women are going but foreign women are coming? I was like, what are you talking about? He just randomly said it to me. He started laughing. And he was like, foreign women say, I'm coming. But Japanese women say, I'm going. And I was like, really? Because I didn't know that Japanese at that point. And he was like, yeah. When the Japanese woman's coming, she says, I'm going. And I was like, okay, we just laughed about it for a second. But yeah, it's true. Like, iku is to come, which in Japanese means to go. I'm going. I guess because it's coming out. Audio people, sorry for the sound effects. My apologies. It's the fucking 7-Eleven wine. I'm drinking more of this shit. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm sure you're just like, yeah, just keep drinking, Akil. It tastes better the more I drink, so or it doesn't taste as bad. But yeah, so yeah, like iku is I'm about to come, and so if you hear that, I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna get into all that, but whatever. Or if you're about to come, just say iku. Yeah, you just repeat that a few times, and so soko iku. That's kind of all you need. Oh my gosh, I hope my fucking neighbors aren't hearing me. Jesus, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. Alright, cosplay, toys, and lotion. Oh my, what the fuck? Alright, cosplay vibers. I'm not really talking about all this shit. Are you interested? Okay, whatever. Alright, that's enough of that shit for me. I'm not going down that road. Okay. I pushed the wrong button. Fuck it. Okay. Yeah, let me see. 45 minutes. Boom. Okay. So let's stop it right there. All right. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like listening back to this or not, or feel embarrassed. Whatever. I ain't saying anything too wild. We're all adults here. We're all fucking adults. So hopefully, I do hope that helps you bridge the gap, with the person, like, your Japanese girlfriend or whatever. Because yeah, Lord knows, like, some of that shit in there, like, I wish I knew when I first came here, and it does kind of help in the relationship. Like I said, even if you're, the way of speaking, even if you're talking with your partner in English, the way you speak with a Japanese person is gonna be different than with I'd say a foreign partner. So just bear that in mind, whether it's in Japanese or English. So all right, I hope that was fun and educational for you. Next time, again, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Just work with me a little bit more when I figure out my audio situation, and then once I got that down pat, then we can really have some fun, because I can go back and forth between the two different softwares just to really show a lot more shit. So again, audio people, my bad, but hope you guys enjoy. So all right, man, let me holler at you next time. Peace.